small.
Yeah, I think the one that was in there was probably a 6 or an 8.
Yeah.
Probably an 8, actually.
Yeah, fine. These are a little sturdier.
Yeah, those tennis shoes, yes. Classical tennis shoes.
Having trouble finding your mark?
No, found it. Okay, you put your fingernail next to the mark. You start on the upstroke. Okay, and that'll hold your blade in place until you get enough of a groove so you can cut. Much faster with a bigger blade.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, 75. And there we have it, 75. So now we take our file and just true up this end a little bit. Now when you're trying to pound a ring around on the mandrel, you're going to start out with the end, or one of the ends, and then you just pound it around as you go. You just feed into it a little bit. I just hold it, you know, with my finger against the bottom of the thing. And it's fairly round.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, and we line up the ends a little bit by just bending it. And then we use our bow tongs. That to close up the joint, and then you gotta maybe bend it just a little bit so everything's kind of centered. Got some hard silver solder, our world's best solder snips,
Yep.
and our ring, and we're just gonna kind of by guessing by gosh as to what size piece to cut. Bearing in mind that we want a little bigger piece than the end section or cross section of the band. So you can see so now we're going to do is just spread this apart.
Just enough to get it in there.
Just enough to get it in there. And this is where a groove mandrel comes in handy. And then you just pull it up on the groove until you get enough of a gap in there to get your solder in place. Then just push it back. And see, now it's trapped that piece of solder in there. And then we just rotate it until it's where we want it to be. Now, because we're going to be soldering from the outside, I let it stick up on 3 sides, and it's pretty much flush on the inside. I just push it up on a little bit with my fingernail. Okay, but you never want it so it's stuck down inside. That's no good, because that side's going to come up light. Okay, solder flex brush, there we go. Now, if you're really quick about soldering, you adhere to my thing about hit and run. You could actually hold this in your fingers and solder it before it flows. But this particular little trick works better with gold than it does with silver. Now, this is brass and copper, which also transmit heat relatively well, but just for the hell of it, we'll give it a try here. Nope, it's going to do one. Now the thing to do is to let go of it.
Yep.
When it gets too hot to handle. Just move your flame from side to side, and you'll see the solder start to flow.
Yep.
There she went.
Voila.
As soon as it gets shiny and flows, take the heat off. You're done. Okay, you can see there's a big lump of solder on the inside and a fair amount on the outside. That's all right. Now we put this one on the ring mandrel and commence to bang upon it. Notice at no time do I strike my finger.
Not a good thing.
Nope, not a good thing. Hurts like hell every time. Okay, now we've got it round, but it is no way it's going to fit on that ring yet. So, put it back on. Now there's a couple of ways we can do this. One is to just simply stretch it and use the edge of your hammer and you pound towards the large end. Now it's